Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. It's the Vanderbilt Commodores and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Checking in with Coach Lee before the game. He is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Gamecocks headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good. The coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Maybe a crease. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking to pass. It's Carter. Got it in the middle. It's Barnett. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Adams. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Running inside. It's Barnett. Maybe some room here. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
Off the play fake on first down. To throw. Fires on the move. Got it on the outside. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
And that's this guy's third catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him, we're going to keep throwing him the football. We don't have to overthink this thing. And as every completion happens, the quarterback is gaining more and more confidence in this guy.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Barnett. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
They'll try it over the left side. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Keep it on the ground. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Sellers from the gun on third down. He's got it down the middle. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And the Gamecocks want to move quickly.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
The run inside. It's Clark. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Throwing, Sellers. Pressure coming. Working on the right. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in there. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
Gonna run it. It's Clark. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Got a man. It's Clark. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Running inside, it's Fuller. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on the second and long. That's it for the period, and it's Vanderbilt holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
The run up the middle, trying to... It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. The 50, the 40, the 20, the 10. He is in, takes the fumble to the... Touchdown, Commodores! Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. They've played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on third and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The 12th play of this drive, the defense trying to dig in on third and goal. They'll move the tight end. Sellers. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, South Carolina! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just roared down, just grinded away at that defense.
It took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
And the extra point is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt's offense out there looking to start a productive drive. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Carter. Rushes on him. Breaks into the open. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Alexander.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Offense working from the pistol. Motion from the wideout. Pulls and fires complete. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. The Commodores look to keep this drive humming. Wide receiver going in motion. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. To do here on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Carter. Under fire. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. Got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Working that left side. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
So now it's 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Barnett. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Commodores signal for a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Dropping back, it's Carter. Makes a catch. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got it, 1st down and more. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And the Commodores will have it 1st and 10. On the move, it's Alexander. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Right back to him on the ground. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Quick catch on 3rd down. Touchdown Doors! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. The run inside. It's Fuller. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. And that'll do it. Here in the 2nd quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. South Carolina ready to go on the attacking another offensive odyssey. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Here's Sellers to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And this is one of the things that makes this defense so tricky is they've got incredible speed at the inside linebacker position. Not only can they go sideline to sideline, run east-west, but they can run downhill on blitzes, and they can get to your quarterback.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's knocked down immediately. Tried to catch them napping on the run, and nothing doing. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. No fair catches here, looking for room. Slips through the line. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Commodores signal for a timeout. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a man, it's Carter. He lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, man. Something's a little bit off, and I like the deep shot down the field. At least it was an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Timeout taken by Vanderbilt. That's their second. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have one timeout remaining. Running inside, it's Fuller. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Sellers. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab, it's Hunt. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. It's caught. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield, and he's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fuller. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Sellers. The screen, he can go. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains, it's 1st down at the 27.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
2nd down coming up. Here's Sellers to throw. Finds his big tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
And the Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. We'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun on third down, Sellers. Snagged out of the air. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Throwing, Sellers. Going for 6. Touchdown, Gamecock. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
This drive will open from the 15. The run inside. It's Young. There's a crease. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Sherrill. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? The play-action fake. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. Makes the grab at the 10. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the 4th quarter, an opportunity to move on top. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Sellers unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Harbor. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on first down.
Ready. Kill.
Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Trying to beat the D deep. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Here's Sellers to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fuller. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement. I mean, there was two guys on him. Like, he was absolutely covered, but he still makes the play. And he does that a lot, man. He's a game breaker. He's a guy that can make big plays for this offense. If I'm the QB, though, I might be a little bit careful. If they got that many guys on him, I got to be safe with the football.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Throwing, Sellers. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the catch. It's Hunt. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm, the passing game looking good.
And the Gamecocks will snap it on first and 10. Might be changing the route. Running inside. It's Fuller. He's just outside the 20-yard line. Stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Sellers. Grabbed behind the line. It's McAllister. Could not make his way to the corner. Whistle blows. Clock stopped, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Here's Sellers to throw. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. This game right now is sort of still in the balance. And after a long drive by the offense on 3rd down, the defense able to make a play, get a hit on the target, knock it loose. for an incompletion. And now it's decision time if you're on offense. What do you do here on fourth?
Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Fires to the wideout. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Back to pass, it's Carter. Under fire, and down he goes. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB.
Snags it, and he's open. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Picks up the first down. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. The screen, and watch out. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Looking to fire. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Wants to throw. It's Carter. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
This quarterback looks in complete control, not flustered, into the game situation, connect.
Turning it on! Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And you got to think about when you want to use that final timeout, when you're going to clock it. Every single second counts. You need a field goal to win, but you got to manage this clock.
Might as well give it to him again. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. It'll all be decided right here. Win or lose on this kick. Not a chance. Missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
So here comes our first play of overtime. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Alexander. Shakes off the defender. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're showing confidence in their running game in the red zone.
Man, you play this whole game back and forth into overtime. Now you got a chance to set the tone, run the football in overtime, and be a little physical.
And if you can run the ball and not put it in jeopardy by throwing passes, that's a great way to finish the deal. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. He's got the back in the middle. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
I like how this offense throws to their running backs in different areas of the field. It's not always going to be to the perimeter. It's not always going to be screens, but they can attack the middle of the field too using these angle routes. Nice play call.
Here comes first and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. They want to run this quarterback. Touchdown, Vandy. They strike first here in overtime.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Caught over the middle. It's Hunt. He'll be stopped, but not before. He carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. First and goal as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own. Sends it back in motion. Throwing, Sellers. Dumps it off in the flats. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie. They don't want to play another overtime. They'll try to win it or lose it on a two-point conversion. Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. They're not going to mess around. They'll go for two and the win right here. Sellers. They did not get it, and they'll lose the game by one. Pushed all the chips to the middle of the table in overtime, and it did not pay off.